In today's news, Banco Popular opens in Virgin Gorda.
Remembrance Day to be observed on November 10th.
Cody win Rotary's first BizPitch.
Caribbean tourism sector sees an increase.
And celebrities and millions of persons around the world are now lobbying for Mr. Rodney Reed to be freed, a man, of course, due to be executed in just 2 weeks. We have all the details for you when 284 News returns.
The Mighty Sparrow.
Chocolate City, Tortola's BVI. I'm coming to you. You ready? November 16, 2019. It's Tico's 50th anniversary and celebrating Tico Calypso. You hear me? A community Calypso fundraiser. I can't wait to see. It's going to be fantastico.
Yankees gonna Sparrow take over.
Is business slow, cash flow down, hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media at cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
When you need to stay connected with friends and families at home or abroad, the best choice for you is Freedom. CCT Freedom. With the lowest rates in the market, our Freedom plan gives you unlimited calls and texting. Plus, our Freedom One package includes 10 gigabits of super fast, unlimited LTE data and unlimited calls to the BVI, USA, USVI, Canada, Puerto Rico, and UK lines. Why pay for overages when you can enjoy CCT Freedom? Stop by at one of our stores today and speak with one of our representatives to find out more about our CCT Freedom packages. Welcome, everybody. It is Thursday, November 7, 2019. I'm Javon Wilson.
And I'm Kyla Kenesha Forbes.
Now, Kyla, I know over the last few days, the BVI Tourist Board, of course, in commemoration of Culture Month in the British Virgin Islands, has been hosting a series of events, something we've been able to attend.
Yes.
So tell us all about the one that you were able to attend last night.
Yeah, so last night I went over to Scrub Island. The BVI Tourist Board hosted an invitation dinner. So basically it was just a dinner for their international chefs and international media.
Wow.
It was really a great time. We had an array of entrees, and I think if last night was any evidence of what is to come for the BVI Food Fest, I'm definitely excited.
I am super excited. I've always been excited about food, and tonight is the gourmet soiree, of course, in Scrub Island as well. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And then, of course, there's the Creme de la Creme, Lobster Fest, the bar crawls, lots more to come.
Much to come.
And I'm really happy as a team we've extended with you, because now we're able to keep our feet on the ground and attend, most of the events, if not all of it. So topping our newscast today, yesterday marked a big win for the people of Virgin Gorda with the opening of Banco Popular at the Yacht Harbor. The bank was out of commission since the atrocities of 2017, Hurricanes Irma and Maria. But yesterday, Premier Foy acknowledged how much of a foundational role our past Premier, Dr. D. Orlando Smith, played in the negotiations. He said, quote, "One of the things about leadership is always respecting the efforts that came before. So we thank you for your efforts, Dr. Smith." End of quote. Premier, upon taking up office, highlighted the bank as a top priority and has since negotiated with the Banco Popular family and the business community of Virgin Gorda, of course, to make yesterday's grand reopening possible. 284 Media was on the ground and caught up with the Honorable Premier himself. Listen in. All right, Honorable Premier, this is a great day for Virgin Gorda. I know ever since taking up office, Virgin Gorda reopening of the Banco Popular Bank has remained a top priority for your government. How does it feel to finally see those plans come into fruition?
We thank God that this happened. It has been a lot of negotiations, a lot of meetings have taken place, and we were able to finally strike a balance by forming a partnership between the bank and the government of the Virgin Islands, because the inconvenience of the people weighed more than the money that the government would have put in. So we invested a yearly sum for the next 5 years to be our subvention in to help this initiative come to fruition. So I'm so glad for the people of Virgin Gorda. They had to rush Sartola on the last boat on Fridays, rush to the bank, try to rush back to catch the ferry to go back. Spent a lot of money to do it. Like I said in my speech, it was such an inconvenience in the modern day. And the Virgin Gorda economy is just like the BVI economy is growing, and it will grow more and more and more. People have to understand that the recovery in the BVI has already started. We can only accelerate it and continue to accelerate it, but it's already started. We are not where we were 2017, thank God. And we know that negotiations started before time, and that's why I always like to be honest and give wherever needs to be the farmer administration the thanks, Dr. Smith specifically. And we took it up and were able to finalize the deal for the people of Virgin Gorda. So I thank those who were in the meeting with me, Honorable Shireen Flax-Chaz, Honorable Vincent Whitley, and Honorable Sherry Castro. Those are the ones who are in the meeting with me with Banco Popular, and for the most times. And their input, along with the rest of the government, when we discussed it with them, was what we were able to use to come up with a solution to find that middle ground with Banco Popular. So I want to thank Banco Popular. I want to thank the people of Virgin Gorda for their patience, and today better has come in Virgin Gorda.
Definitely. Now, Virgin Gorda has been touted the mecca of the BVI tourism product, and now with the bank coming back on board, what does this mean for tourism in the BVI in general?
It means everything. The bats is one of the mecca of the world. It's a worldwide attraction, and the Virgin Gorda has always been the main tourism engine for the British Virgin Islands. And after the hurricane, that created some issues, but we and the government, we continue to meet in cabinet and other areas to make sure that the different resorts approvals are given through cabinet. We have Little Dix already on the move. We have Bitter End that's coming up, Byros Creek, all of them. We're working feverishly to get them out, because it not only helps the tourism product in terms of tourism, but it helps employment, and it helps the economy overall. The government gets more revenue through many diverse areas. So we've been doing that. Also, we have put together a new town and country planning board that meets now more than once a month, so that we can expedite the applications for development plans, whether it be Virgin Gorda or anywhere. So we're doing a lot of things that we feel will make life and development in the BVI better, more quicker, I would call it more efficient and more effective. So it's a lot of work. This now is a fruit of our labor that has been seen. Of course, there were delays and people were doubting whether this would happen. And
Such a short time.
In such a short time, we've done some major initiatives in such a short time that are positively impacting the people's lives. Like I told them about the L-shaped building at Elmore South High School. That also took a lot of meetings and negotiation to do, getting the Western Terminal open in the temporary facility. That also took a lot of us to do. We're now working on Johnson Dykes. We now have the bank open at Banco Popular here in Virgin Gorda. And there are a lot of other areas that we can turn to that I can say that we asked for one term from the people of the Virgin Islands. We have it. Now it's up to us to earn anything else from there, and that will be the people who will be the judge. But it's not just to work for the next general election, it is to work for the next generation and to make sure that the territory rebounds after Omar. So we work tirelessly. I have a good group of people working with that we meet all the time, and we disagree to agree and keep things going. We won't get everything right, and we won't be perfect, but we'll continue to strive for perfection.
Well, thank you very much. On behalf of Team 284 Media, we want to congratulate you and your government on this initiative.
Oh yes, I want to thank the people of Virgin Gorda for their patience. I want to thank Banco Popular. I want to thank the Dr. Smith in the past government for what they did, and our present government for what we have done. I also want to thank Mr. Romney Penn and his team, because they're the ones who work on the lease for us. So I can't go without saying thank you to him. And today, because of all those efforts and partnership, better has come.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Quite a mouthful there from our Honorable Premier. Now, the expansion of Popular Financial Services to Virgin Gorda reaffirms the bank's commitment to Virgin Gorda and providing solutions to make life easier for their customers. The bank will be open for lobby services on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays up until 4 p.m. but we'll offer 24-hour access to a walk-up ATM, of course, with easy deposit technology and commercial night depository. The Premier reiterated throughout the event, quote, better has come, and indeed, Kyla, better has come for the residents of the beautiful Virgin Gorda.
Definitely, it is a big win.
It is a big win
Virgin.
indeed,
Yes.
because, you know, for so many months, and I couldn't imagine being, I mean, I love Virgin Gorda, but whatever I'm going to Virgin Gorda, I make sure I walk with cash.
Exactly.
Because it is a huge inconvenience, and I could only imagine as a resident for
And
so many
business
months.
owners.
Right. So a lot of factors to take into consideration. One, inconvenience. Business owners feel threatened, they feel insecure. And just recently, a few months ago, we saw that there was a robbery just around the time they did payroll. So you know persons are watching, they
Looking out.
understand what's going on. And then the Premier always references to a young man who came over to Tortola to cash a check, and then the check bounced. And so it's a $200 check, that is. So it's a huge inconvenience. And when you look at Virgin Gorda being the mecca of the BVI tourism product, and our tourists having to travel to Virgin Gorda to
Yes.
experience it, and you know our tourists, they won't be walking around with cash, liquid cash. So more than likely, they have their cards and they're not able to use it. So overall, it was definitely a huge inconvenience. And ever since the Premier came into office, he really made this a top priority. And I'm really happy to see that this is one of the initiatives that, you know, he placed a lot of emphasis on. And eventually yesterday, it was able to come into fruition for the people of Virgin Gorda.
Great stuff. On Sunday, the 10th of November 2019, our territory will honor and pay tribute to those who fought in World War I and other conflicts. While the day began after World War I, all the celebrations are used to remember all the people who have died in wars. These wars include World War I, World War II, the Falklands War, the Gulf War, and the conflicts in Afghanistan and Iraq. Remembrance Sunday is observed annually on the second Sunday in November. This year's celebration will start off with a procession of ex-servicemen and women and bands along the road of H. Lavity Stout Community College. The Remembrance Day service will begin immediately after. All uniformed organization and ex-servicemen and women are invited to participate. The Deputy Governor added, the sacrifices made by these brave men and women over the years have indeed contributed immensely to how many freedom we have and is able to enjoy today. We should continue our efforts to recognize the progress that we have made because of them. We encourage the public to purchase and wear poppies or poppy pins as a symbol of compassion, remembrance, and care for all victims of war. Joe?
Girl, for as long as I can remember, do you guys call it Poppy Day in the BVI?
When I was in primary school, we did, yes.
Well, every year we look forward to Poppy Day because, girl, I was saving my coins.
Yes.
I had to get at least 62 of those all over my uniform. It was like a competition, but it really came with a significance.
It did.
And of course, every November, just like in the BVI and across the region, it's celebrated. So that we can remember the persons who fought for us and fought for the freedom that we now enjoy today, like the Deputy Governor rightfully said.
I agree, and I'm glad that we were able to get our poppies today. Poppies can be purchased at the office of the Deputy Governor.
Still ahead, Premier's office to relocate and HLSCC partners with Johnson & Wales University. These and more stories when 284 News returns.
Everyone looks to the future, but no one truly knows what the future holds.
The number of people under the age of 20 with type 2 diabetes could increase by 49% by 2050. Let it be known that we all have a 30% chance of developing hypertension.
Globally, more than 300 million people of all ages suffer from depression.
More than 60,000 young adults aged 20 to 39 are diagnosed with cancer each year. Obesity leads to problems such as stroke, heart disease, and kidney failure.
No matter your race, age, or color, we are all at risk.
These diseases can be managed or prevented if caught early.
but with the right medicine and the right doctors to keep us on a path to live a robust and healthy life.
We will live well.
Welcome back, viewers. You're watching 284 News. Now, last night, 15-year-old Dakota Christopher won the Rotary BVI's first Biz Pitch competition. Miss Christopher, also known as Cody, wowed the judges and extended audience with her signature T-shirt product, of course, entitled Not Basic. It was designed to inspire and encourage girls of all ages to promote body positivity, denounce bullying, and bring awareness. As you can see, the T-shirts are up on the screen right now, really beautiful, the colors, and of course, reflecting the diversity of our rainbow, Kyla. Cody shared how her personal experiences with insecurity fueled her passion to create this product and landed her, listen to this, a $1,000 check and bragging rights for a year. Now, Miss Renisha Rogers came in second with her one-of-a-kind tart-flavored ice cream. Yes, you heard us right, tart-flavored ice cream. Ms. Rogers managed to infuse the pineapple, guava, and coconut flavors of our local tarts that we so love, Kyla, into ice cream. And trust me, this one was definitely a hit. All the guests had an opportunity to sample and quickly confirm that, you know, it was super delicious.
When
like
can we
off
get
the chain.
Renisha on the phone? We need to get her on the phone.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But actually, viewers, you can look out for this. I'm going to get both of them in studio because I think they did remarkably well. These were high school students, you know. They're not out of college, in high school. One of them already had a business and the other one was now pitching her concept. And it was just really remarkable what they were able to do last night. Similar to Shark Tank, the Biz Pitch afforded high school students with a business idea or existing business, like we mentioned, the opportunity to present to a panel of judges for an opportunity to win $1,000 and a mentorship package, which includes a professional business plan proposal, compliments of BDO, a communications course, compliments of Dr. Sada Smith, a branding package from AB Designs, a marketing course, compliments of Truffles Designs, and much more. And if it wasn't enough, in the heat of the moment last night, the Rotary family made a decision, of course on spot, to also offer $500 cash to the second place winners. So definitely a win-win for both of the ladies. The packed event saw the attendance of prominent business women and men from across the territory, including Kristen Fraser, Ronnie Skelton, Sinclair Fleming, Ryan Jellock, and Akila Bruley, who functioned as our panel of judges. And of course, the event tied in perfectly with Rotary's theme for this month of October, which is economic and community development.
Awesome.
It was really, really good last night. And I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I was really honored to be invited to host and moderate the event. And it just really goes to show, as adults, we don't even have the courage and the bravery to pursue our passions, and to see high schoolers. I know one of them referenced to the fact that, oh, I'm involved in this and I'm involved in that. And I'm listening to her speak and thinking she's managing so many things as a child,
at such a young age.
And taking on the pressures and the passion of a business. And it's just really remarkable to see our young people doing positive things.
Yep.
And I'm really proud of the Rotary family as well, because Kyle, as you know, we're in a time where we're trying to explore new ventures to support the economy.
Yes.
And of course, business is always the way to go. And outside of, you know, them being able to now add to the economy, it really gives them an opportunity to channel their attention and their energies on a platform that is positive. I
agree. I think the future is bright here in the BVI. According to the Caribbean Journal Online, tourism is booming so far in 2019. This is based on new data from the Barbados-based Caribbean Tourism Organization. Air arrivals to the wider region were up to 12% in the first quarter of 2019. The region's highest growth rate at that point in the calendar year. That included 9.1 million international tourists, Joe.
That's a lot.
Yes. The region's cruise industry also saw growth with a jump of 9.9% in cruise passengers arrivals and a record total of 10.7 million arrivals in for that period. And that's just the first 3 months, Javon.
Of the year.
Yes. I think this is incredible news for the Caribbean region. And honestly, I would like to see what those statistics look like for the BVI if we saw that growth as well.
Well, I'm not sure what the exact numbers look like, but I know for sure we had some good news in the recent past with the Premier. We depend on the cruise ship industry. That's where the bulk of our tourists come in. And so I know that the Premier went to the table to renegotiate with a few of the prime cruise lines that we've been welcoming in the past. And as a result of that, we saw an increase in cruise ship calls, not just for the recent past, but for the coming season, the 2020 season. So I think things look hopeful for the BVI.
Agreed. Great. The United States remained the region's largest tourism source market, accounting for 4.5 million tourists in that period, while Canada sent 1.5 million visitors to the Caribbean, itself a 4% increase. Dominique Feedy, which is the chairman of the Caribbean Tourism Organization, said, overall, a statistical analysis of the first quarter gives us much to celebrate, as substantial numbers indicate healthy economic conditions in key source markets and a strong resurgence of tourism in destinations impacted by the 2017 hurricanes, which is a great point.
Right.
Yes. So I think we're back on track, or we're at least getting there.
Like the Premier rightfully says, the territory is open for business.
Definitely.
And definitely it is. A lot of tourists have been coming back. As a matter of fact, sometimes you try to get a taxi and I don't know, somehow you can't get a taxi these days because of the cruise ships that are always in every single
But we're
day.
happy. We're happy that they're here.
We are.
Great. Celebrities and millions from around the world are rallying for Governor Abbott to free Reed, who is facing execution in 2 weeks. This when 284 News returns.
When you need to stay connected with friends and families at home or abroad, the best choice for you is Freedom. CCT Freedom. With the lowest rates in the market, our Freedom plan gives you unlimited calls and texting. Plus, our Freedom One package includes 10 gigabits of super fast, unlimited LTE data and unlimited calls to the BVI, USA, USVI, Canada, Puerto Rico, and UK lines. Why pay for overages when you can enjoy CCT Freedom? Stop by at one of our stores today and speak with one of our representatives to find out more about our CCT Freedom packages. Welcome back, viewers. You're watching 284 News. Now, on the international scene, a little more than 2 weeks before the execution of Rodney Reed, more celebrities are now asking the public to sign a petition to stop it. Reed is getting support from rappers like T.I. and Meek Mill, as well as singer Rihanna. On social media, they tagged Governor Abbott and included a link to a petition asking people to sign if you don't believe that the government should kill an innocent man. Now, in 1996, Rodney Reed was found guilty of raping and killing a woman. At the time, investigators linked his DNA found on her body to Reed, and but now a new witness, has come forward saying that it was the victim's boyfriend, a former police officer, who killed her. His supporters and families are maintaining his innocence and now asking the state to test new DNA evidence linked to the case before executing Reed come November 20th. Now, the petition being circulated has now gained nearly 2 million signatures, but despite the mounting pressure, prosecutors have stood by their case, verdict, and evidence presented in the trial. Additionally, numerous appeal courts have supported the state of Texas in some way, either by upholding the verdict, turning down multiple requests for a new trial or consideration of new evidence, or even refusing to halt his execution. Even the U.S. Supreme Court has chosen not to review his case. Despite the prosecution's refusal to budge, all the celebrities and millions of people, of course, are rallying to free him. And they're still hopeful, Kyla, that the Governor Abbott, that he will, exercise some type of compassion to ensure that this guy walks free before November 20th, where he's due to be executed.
I think we'll have to see how this goes, but it's a really unfortunate situation. I think when it comes to execution, not just a shadow of a doubt. It should definitely be, even if you agree with execution or not, if there's any smidget of doubt there, how can you take a man's life?
Well, we'll have to see how it goes. According to what they said in Texas, the prosecution and the judges, they're very strict with the way they do things. But I think with this piece of compelling evidence, because now you have someone stepping forward saying, I know the person who killed this woman, and it's definitely not the man who's incarcerated. I really think we have to look at that. And I'm really proud of the time that we live in, Kyla, where we see international rage being sparked and persons really standing up for what they believe in. A lot of times in the past, these things have gone unnoticed and there was little to no justice, but now people are really speaking out, and I'm really glad that celebrities especially are using their influence to make a change in this regard. So let's just wait and see what's going to come out of this story. Of course, Do It For Media will bring you all the details as they arise.
Definitely. That's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to like us on Facebook at 284 Media and 284 BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Kyla Kenesha Forbes.
And I'm Javon Wilson. We'll be seeing you again tomorrow as we deliver your daily dose of local, regional, and international content. This is 284 News, your source for honest and impartial news on 284 Media. Have a good evening, everyone.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Brilliant Hands and Minds Tutoring Services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals.